Hello everyone, I'm Christine and this is Christine Says a Lot. I have had a super productive week this week, yet I haven't finished any final projects. Let me tell you about them. The first project I want to talk to you about is something I've sewn for myself, and that is the muslin for the Patina Blouse by Friday Pattern Company. This is a blouse that I have dearly wanted ever since the pattern was released. And I finally got around to making up a muslin or a toile of the blouse, and I am in love, just like I knew I would. So let me tell you a little bit about the process. I took my measurements, and based on the measurements, I decided to make a 1X, and there was about 2¼ inch difference between my upper bust and my full bust. So I decided not to do a full bust adjustment, but I did need to lower the bust dart. So let me show you my pattern piece. And I lowered the bust dart by 2 inches. The bust dart was very close to the arm side, and a bust dart should point to the apex, and my apex is nowhere near my arm side. So I lowered it 2 inches. If you want to see a really good tutorial on how to adjust bust darts, then I'm going to link below a tutorial by Made to Sew. Excellent tutorial, and that's the one that I referenced when I was moving this bust dart. Very easy to do, did not take a lot of time. I did wonder that maybe this dart was a style item more than making room for the bust and shaping, but I lowered it 2 inches and I felt pretty confident on just doing that out the gate. Rachel from Stitched Up, when she made her patina, she noted that the bust dart was really high and that she would want to lower it on her next version. So I felt pretty confident that that was a good thing to do, and it was. This blouse came together so quick and easy. I made my muslin using a thrifted bedsheet that I got from my friend Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, because I knew I wanted to treat it like a muslin. I didn't want to try to make a wearable muslin and end up with a shirt that was, just kind of all right. I wanted to get this one right out of the gate. So here's my muslin. I did not interface anything. I did not put on the buttons, but I did attach the sleeves. It's very important to attach the sleeves because that'll affect the drape of the blouse, and to attach both of them, not just one. And I shouldn't have been surprised, because I love the Friday Pattern Company because their drafting is so excellent. So thank you, Chelsea, for that. But I wanted to put the collar in because I wanted to see how easy or difficult it would be to get the point and to get it to match at the front so that it would look right. It all went in so nice and easy. I did rush a little bit towards the end. I'll show you. So when I was sewing the face in, I got a pucker in the front. I thought about unpicking it. Matter of fact, I started to unpick it, and then I thought, this is a muslin. I'm just testing the fit. I know that this is going to be off a little bit, but it wasn't worth unpicking. So I tried the muslin on, and I have plenty of room around the chest. I was worried that if I didn't do a full bust, that maybe this wouldn't fit as well over the bust, but it was perfection, plenty of room. I would not have wanted to size up. I think the blouse would have looked too big on me, especially since I plan on sewing this in a cotton lawn. I think that's going to be my next version. I'm a little bit torn. I'd also like it in a viscose, so I should do both. But one thing I did notice, and I'm not going to put it on because I'm hot right now, and this bed sheet is a little bit warm. So one thing that I did notice was that the front of the blouse is about 1/2 inch higher than the back of the blouse. So that tells me I did need that full bust adjustment. I need a little bit more fabric to go over my bust, and that should do it. That should make this perfection of a blouse. So this is going to be in my plans probably for end of May, beginning of June, because I have some things I want to finish first, and I really want to take my time with the Patina blouse. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I really enjoy the sewing process when I am sewing Friday Pattern Company patterns. I want to enjoy the sew. I want to take my time. I want to do all the understitching and the top stitching and just get it to be perfectly perfect, because I think I'm going to be wearing the heck out of these blouses. I do love a pretty blouse. I do love skirts. I do love dresses. I think I would like to do the mashup that I saw Amelia from Sew Amelia do, where she made a patina port, where she mashed up the patina blouse with the Davenport dress skirt, and it looked so lovely, and it looked like something that I would love to have in a rayon fabric. So when I was thinking about fabric choices for doing the patina blouse in a rayon, I came across a magical combination. So this is a Moda rayon in this kind of berry colorway. I think I bought this at So Sweet Studio. I will link it below if that's where I got this from. And I want to show you something. This is some cotton that I bought to make a skirt, and look, I couldn't ask for a better match and coordination. And that's what's so wonderful about sewing with your colors and sewing a capsule wardrobe. It is not as much effort to have things that just go so well together. So the cotton lawn that I'm considering for the patina blouse is one that I recently got in a Minerva order. And I absolutely love these colors. I don't know if you can see the koi fish here. This is a cotton lawn. It's a Lady McElroy, and I think it will make a beautiful blouse that will go with so many things. I'm gonna lay my pattern pieces out against this fabric just to make sure that I'm capturing all of the interesting details of this fabric with the blouse. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is appropriate for a blouse, or with the scale, do you think this would be more appropriate for a dress? Now, as my sew sisters would be very quick to point out, selfless sew goes on all the time in my sewing room, but I'm participating in Selfless Sew April 23. And last night I was working on some Hudson pants for my oldest grandson. He did ask for a twist. When I was showing him fabric, he asked me if I could take one fabric, sew it to another fabric, and make new fabric. So I wanted to honor his design choice, because I love that he really thinks through what it is that he wants. So let me show you how I cut out the pattern pieces to make a new piece. So what I did was I traced the leg piece, and maybe you can see here where I included a 1/2 inch seam allowance so that I would have room for sewing the two pieces together. And it really was not that difficult. I drew a curve so that it would look interesting. So here's one of the back legs. And this gave me an opportunity to practice with my cover stitch. And I did a triple cover stitch to sew down the seam, make it a little sturdier where I joined them, and maybe give it a little more interest. And it was quite fun. And on the inside, on the chain looper, I used a rainbow thread because I thought he would enjoy that. So I've got that to sew up and finish. The rest will go together like a standard mini Hudson pant. The next Selfless Sew 23 project is going to be for my granddaughter. Charlie picked this fabric out from Minerva. I got this in my recent order. They had a big sale going on. It was 40% off, and I'm making sure that I am sewing all of my fabric because it's not a deal if you don't sew it. Our granddaughter loves animals. She wants to wear clothes with animals on it, and her favorite animal is the flamingo. So I think this hits all her notes, and I have plenty here. So I think I'll be able to get a couple of things for her. I am going to be sewing her the Tatum dress by Violet Field Threads, and I've traced out the bodice in a size 2T. It's a very simple t-shirt dress with a gathered skirt. So I think I'll have enough fabric left over to make her some leggings or maybe another t-shirt. We'll see. It's very nice fabric, and I think she's going to love it and will want to wear more than just one item made from this. Charlie and I are going to be visiting both of our sons and their families in May, and our oldest grandson had asked me the next time we visited by car for me to bring my sewing machine and all the sewing things so we could work on a project. I've selected the perfect project to sew with him, and it is the beach towel backpack by Sew She Can. If I can find a photo, I'll insert one here. I'm going to link below. This is a free tutorial on her blog post, or you can pay $2 per project and get the instructions in a PDF form, or I think it's $30 and you have access to all of her patterns and instructions. I decided it would be a good idea to make one first before making one with my grandson. And I will say I was a little swayed when I went to purchase the beach towels and I saw this one. And you know, this is perfect for a baby girl. I love this project for my grandson because he'll be able to take a lot of pride in making something that he's going to use every day. And it'll also be a help to my daughter-in-law and son because he'll be able to fold up his towel, put it inside the bag. There's a little extra room so he can put his water bottle and whatever else he wants to carry. And he'll be able to carry his towel in by himself and have his arms free to help out with carrying other things or holding his brother's hands. So I want to talk a little bit about patterns, in particular the Donnie pattern by the Friday Pattern Company, which has newly been released. I will admit, I did not think it was going to be for me because of the lack of shaping to it, but the more I'm seeing of it, the more I'm intrigued. I was talking with Michelle for Michelle Sews Again yesterday, and she is itching to get onto that pattern, so I'm going to wait and see how she likes it and get her thoughts on it, see what everybody's making up, and I might jump on the bandwagon. In particular, I loved the version that Chelsea wore in one of her videos. I think it was a launch video, and she wore a dress made with the Donnie top, and I believe it was the Davenport skirt, a little mashup, and it looked really cute and comfortable, and my mind is slowly turning towards that. Have you seen the Donnie pattern, and what do you think about it? Chalk and Notch is having their big sale right now, and I keep coming back to the Farrah blouse and dress pattern. I love the shape of it. I love how it seems to just skim the body, and I think I would like to make the dress version. I have almost purchased this pattern several times, and I think the time may be coming. This pattern may be just what I'm looking for the climate we have here in South Carolina. If you have sewn any of the Chalk and Notch patterns, let me know what you think about them. I have sewn the Wren blouse, which I love the style lines on it, but it just seems to be too open of a neck for my taste. The fringe dress, I've made the Evelyn skirt, and I love it. I've made a couple versions of it, and I think I'm gonna make a third for this summer. And I've also made the pony tank dress. I've made 2 of these. Comes together really quick. It's nice and light for the summer, and I think I like it better when I put a little belt on to give it some shape. Without the belt, it just looks a little tent-like to me, but I've made it twice and I could make it again. If you've made any of the Chalk and Notch patterns and you've loved them, let me know which ones you've made and what you love about them, because I'm going to be giving that sale a little bit of a look-see. this is what YouTube thinks you'd like to watch next. Until next time, I hope you have a joyful week and you find the good in all things, especially sewing. Bye.